Hey guys, it's Catherine. I'm back with another video finally, right? For those of you who are new to this channel or new to this channel. And to me, my name is Catherine Diraldo. I am a blogger and business mentor, and I love to share with all of you guys my knowledge on how I've built my business and what I do to maintain my business. So yeah, you can peruse through my channel and see all of the beautiful things that I have for you. And for those of you guys who are my current subscribers, I apologize. I have not posted a video or tutorial in a while. I'm actually traveling. I'm currently in New York, which, by the way, if you guys hear any noise, you might hear a fire truck pass by, an ambulance. I am in New York City, and it's one of the loudest cities in the world. But I am staying with family, and you might hear the beeping of a fire alarm. I apologize again. No, it is not you. It is me. But it's all right. You know, you got to roll with the punches, especially when you travel. Um, have not been posting videos as frequently because it is really tough when you are around other people. I am living in San Diego, but I came out to New York for the summer, and in San Diego I had my own space, so I could record freely. But here it's a little different. You gotta wait till everybody's asleep. So, in any case, I wanted to share with you guys, for the purpose of this video, tips on how you can optimize your cash flow on Fiverr. So I am a jill of all trades. I have tried, I don't want to say I've tried everything, but I've tried a lot of things to earn some money freelancing. And one of the ways is via Fiverr. So with Fiverr, so for the purpose of this video, you who are already familiar with Fiverr, so either you are currently freelancing on Fiverr, you have freelanced in the past, or you're thinking about freelancing. So if you are familiar with Fiverr, then this video is for you. So with Fiverr, unfortunately, it sucks because the seller has to wait so long to get paid. So I like to say that buying and purchasing the gigs are the ones who are benefiting the most because they get their work done in the time that it's due. Whereas with the seller, unfortunately, whether you're making $5 or whatever, you have to wait 14 days, and then that just blows. That doesn't even take into account the fees. So Fiverr takes out fees, and if you get paid through PayPal, PayPal takes out fees. You know, it just sucks. So, you know, a $5 gig could easily turn into $3. And you know, it just feels like you're not getting enough for the value that you're putting in. So I have done a few things here and there to change that up. So I actually used to freelance a few years back on Fiverr, and I didn't like it and I stopped. And then I decided to kind of do my freelancing gigs on Fiverr to because it's great to help build your brand and help gain clients with Fiverr, because people get to test your expertise, and then you get reviews, and then you can use that and leverage that with your marketing. So I decided to give Fiverr another chance, but I'm still I'm just not satisfied with the way that sellers are treated on Fiverr. So in any case, this is not a rant on Fiverr. I just want to show you guys and share with you what you can do just to kind of move the traffic over from Fiverr to your website. So the first thing is you do need a Fiverr account. So absolutely, you do need a Fiverr account. So if you're not currently on Fiverr and you're thinking about it, then go ahead and join and sign up. It is free to sign up. Guidelines as far as how to set up your gig. So you want to have at least 5 reviews on your gig. So you can have more than one gig. If you are a current freelancer on Fiverr and you have multiple gigs, then I highly suggest using the gig where you have at least 5 reviews, 5-star reviews. You want to have the gig, you want to use the gig that has the most 5-star reviews. Or the gig where even if you don't have the 5 reviews, the one that maybe you get the most money for or the most popular. So anyway, just take your most popular gig, and you want to try to get at least, if you don't have it already, at least 5-star reviews. Is it 5-star or 4-star? God, I don't even know. Well, you want to get the maximum amount of reviews. So why do you want to get reviews or 5-star or 4-star, whatever? on Fiverr? Well, the purpose is when it comes to reviews, and you guys know this, before you go out to checking out, maybe on Yelp, checking out the reviews, how many stars they're getting. Before you buy a book, you want to check the reviews. So people like to check reviews because that's how they're going to feel comfortable, especially if they don't know you. That's how they're going to feel comfortable purchasing your service. All right, so gigs are very useful, and that's why I say I feel like five reviews and minimum is a nice starting point to branch out and away from Fiverr. So the purpose is for this, for the sake of this tutorial in this video, is I want to show you some tips as far as how you can move away from Fiverr. You can still leverage Fiverr and use Fiverr as a, I would say, like a playground to you want to wet your feet with how to work with other people, how to get customers, and it's also a great way for you to promote yourself, your company, your brand, build your portfolio up. Okay, so and if you are, so this is, if you currently are a freelancer on Fiverr, and you have at least 5 reviews, which are the highest, then you're good to go. If you are a freelancer but you do not have 5 at least 5 reviews, then you want to try some tactics which I will share for you to get more reviews, more customers. And then if you're a newbie, then for sure you want to start out with building your account and learning how to set up the structure of your gig, and then of course promoting it. So I'm going to share some tips for you guys to promote, to be able to promote. So the first thing you want to do is to build up your reviews. You want to make sure that you contact your current network. So this is co-workers, your friends, your family. So your current sphere. Contact them on Facebook. Maybe contact all your friends. Send an email blast to your contacts. Maybe a word of mouth at work with people who may be interested in your gig. You never know. Okay, trust me when I tell you this has worked for me. You just never know who needs your service. So better to ask and put it out there. You could just send a nice little message saying, hey guys, I have this particular gig and I start at $5 or whatever you start at. If you are interested, or if you know anyone who is interested, please share with them or please purchase, whatever the case is. Okay, and a lot of people don't know about Fiverr, so they don't know that maybe you create a website for $5, even though hopefully you're not charging $5 to create a website, but just a little example. So put it out there, and they will share with their networks as well, So this is a great way to be able to get your gigs out there. For sure, use the share buttons that are on Fiverr currently. When you publish your gig, or when it's ready to go and ready to receive customers, you have the option to share your gig. So for sure, share with all of your social media networks. You don't know, I've gotten so many inquiries and my clients from sharing. Twitter, for some reason, has been my #1 place to get clients from. So maybe you could try Twitter or whatever your favorite form of social media is. So promote, and for sure use hashtags, because hashtags open up your promotion, your marketing to a wider net. Okay, so for sure promote to your current circle, and then cast the net even wider and promote to people outside of your circle via social media. The next thing you want to do, and one of the things that has helped tremendously, is sharing via Facebook groups. So if you are a current business owner, then you for sure should, if you are on Facebook, should be a part of Facebook groups that are for business owners. There are a ton of Facebook groups out there for business owners, and this is a space for business owners to share tools to answer questions. So one of the groups that I'm a part of is the Freedom Hackers. So you can just look that up on Facebook, Freedom Hackers. I'm a part of so many groups, but that's just one of the big ones. And so you can for sure promote your Fiverr gig there, and that way you can get some more eyes on your gig. And you can as well ask people to help you out. Maybe they're not interested in your gig, but you can ask them as well, hey guys, I have this gig on Fiverr. I would really appreciate if you can share with your networks. And it's a great way. You won't know until you ask. So I think that these are some great ways for you to be able to promote your current gig and get some more customers, get some more reviews. Absolutely, if you are currently working on a gig and let's say the person gave you a less than stellar review, I would say if you guys had a good interaction, but maybe the work just wasn't up to par, then I would say for sure contact them and try to see if you can work one-on-one with them to fix whatever the problem is so that way you won't get any negative reviews. I mean, if you really did your work and you tried your hardest, sometimes, you know, it just happens that people don't connect, they don't click. Maybe see if there's any way that you can get that person to revisit their review if you revisit the work that was due. Okay, so that's just another tip to increase the value of your reviews. So what's the point of all of this? Aside from you building your more customers to come to your Fiverr gig, to order your Fiverr gig, for you to get paid, to get more eyes on the gig, is you're going to then remember, once you have a minimum of 5, and if you have more, great, what you're going to do is you're going to migrate your gig over to your own website, or you're going to migrate it to another type of website, like a shopping cart type of website, like Big Cartel, for example. And I will show all of the links in the description box. What you're going to do is the same text that you have in your Fiverr gig, as far as what you do, what you provide, what you offer, and any kind of requirements that the buyer would have to provide for you. You want to copy all of that and paste it onto your website or another type of website. And you're going to say, this is what I offer. All right. Once you migrate your gig to another website, this is the point where you're revisiting the price, which means that you are no longer offering it at the low cost on Fiverr. Okay, so for example, one of the gigs that I have on Fiverr currently is I created a post for business owners. One post for $5. That's the minimum. Okay, so I feel that I provide a great value and great service, and I would like to charge a minimum of, let's say, $10 for one post. And it's not just the graphic, I'm also gonna give them hashtags and whatever the case is, it's gonna be a package, okay? And I wanna migrate this from Fiverr over to my website. So what I'm gonna do is, of course, I'm going to use the current reviews that I have, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide a link on my website. So I'm going to have the actual gig on my website. I'm going to provide a link over to my Fiverr current reviews. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that you can either put it on vacation mode on Fiverr, or you can change the price on Fiverr. You can for sure do that. You can also put it up as a custom gig, and people can edit and edit the price depending on the how much they're going to be ordering. You know, you can also take screenshots of the reviews, and you can have those images be incorporated within your website. So there's different ways that you can migrate the reviews over to your website. The point is that you're going to use the same tactics of promotion, but this time around you're not promoting under Fiverr, you're promoting under your own website, your own brand. Okay, and then what you're going to do is, let's say you put it on your website, for example. So you're copying and pasting the text that's already available on Fiverr, and then you are going to migrate the reviews. So either you're, again, going to provide the link to the current gig, or you are going to take screenshots of the reviews and then have those images be available on Fiverr. It's just for people who come to your website to see that you already have reviews, that you already have great reviews, that you already have provided a great service. So you already have those testimonials and you're using it to your advantage, okay? So it's all about moving it over to your current website. If you don't have a website to do that with, you can try, for example, again, Big Cartel, and you can have each gig be kind of like a product that's available on a shopping cart, and people can just click to buy. And either way, whether you're doing it on your website or you're doing it on a separate shopping cart, it's all going to go back to you directly. So it's like getting paid instantaneously with PayPal. Okay, so once you have those reviews, it eases those customers that are interested in purchasing your service, your product or service. It eases them into clicking buy now, or pay now, because they already see that you've provided a great service. And because you're changing the price, you're no longer offering it at $5, for example, then you want to make sure that it's no longer available on Fiverr under that price. So again, it's all about, you can either update the price on Fiverr. You can either, and maybe you can even charge it even, um, this is just a tip. So like maybe on your website it's $15, but on Fiverr it's 25, and that way it's an incentive for people to purchase it on your website over Fiverr. You can kind of sweeten it up for yourself, because I know I would rather than charging $15 for both, I would rather get more money because I'm gonna get it quicker. I'm sorry, more money because it's gonna take more time for me to get it, over, a little bit less, but it's still the amount that I want. But it's gonna be more of an incentive to them. So something that you can kind of mention, and if maybe it's a message, a correspondence between you and the seller on Fiverr. Hopefully all of this makes sense, guys. I really hope this is not going over your head. I hope I'm making sense. It's basically just, once you have those reviews, it's just basically you using the power of the current reviews, and being able to offer that same service and use those same reviews on Fiverr, and just migrating it over to your own website, or a service where you can just have people buy now. So that way you're getting paid instantly. You can even provide you can do something where they provide testimonials for you to be able to, as a valued customer, if you do provide a testimonial, I'll give you a discount on the next purchase, something like that. And that way you're adding more testimonials to your website. So starting out on Fiverr is great, because again, it's building up your client pool, it's building up your exposure, and you have the platform of Fiverr to be able to get the reviews on, because people are trusting Fiverr, especially as a buyer. They're trusting that Fiverr is doing everything in the best interest of the buyer. Remember, it's a buyer's market, so they're comfortable there. And so once you're ready to migrate, as long as you have those reviews, people will be comfortable purchasing from your own website. Okay. Again, leverage the power of your current networks, your friends, your family, coworkers. Um, when you're networking with other business owners, for example, via Facebook groups, and they see the reviews, and maybe they are current clients, and you can ask them for reviews as well. If anybody praises you in Facebook and Facebook groups, screenshot and use that, copy and paste it onto your website. Remember, any kind of praise you get, whether it's on Fiverr or anywhere else, use it to your advantage. The more reviews you have, the better. And it doesn't necessarily have to be on Fiverr. Okay, but you're using Fiverr to get more money. Okay. Another tip, just to give more information as far as how you can more money. Another thing you can do is, if you have a gig that's in the same family as the gig that you are migrating over to your website. So let's say you are a web designer, and you are providing particular services on Fiverr for low cost, and you're migrating that over to your website. So let's say you have a similar gig. Maybe it's not web designing, maybe it's troubleshooting a website. So if anybody has a particular issue with their website that you troubleshoot, that's a separate. So what you can do is, you can either start a new gig on Fiverr and start that same tactic to migrate, or because it's already a similar service, you just use your current reviews for that one service that you already provide on Fiverr that has the reviews that you already migrated, and you say, hey guys, you already see the work and the reviews that I have for my web design skills. By the way, I have this other freelance gig that's not on Fiverr. It's available on my website, but it's in the similar family with respect to web design and web development. It's troubleshooting your website. So maybe there's a picture you want to use on your website that's not coming out so clearly. Maybe the links are not working on your website. Whatever the case is, I troubleshoot because I have experience. I have experience web designing. I have experience working behind the scenes. So I have the skills and the experience to be able to troubleshoot your website. So you see how you can, in a sense, kind of upsell, or you have another stream of income for yourself. So again, you're migrating that 1 gig from Fiverr, and then you're adding a separate gig on your website, not on Fiverr, on your website, in that same family as that gig that where you already have the reviews and you already have customers. Okay, because again, they're seeing that you already have reviews for this particular service, and now it's another service that you're adding on, and boom, you're getting paid instantaneously. Um, People already trust that you have the skills because they see it already with the reviews, and you're getting more reviews for this new service, and boom, you're adding them to your website. So let me give you guys another example. Let's say photography. So let's say one of your current gigs on Fiverr is editing images using Photoshop. So that's your current gig, and you're migrating that to your website. So a gig in a similar fashion can be maybe you create portfolio, you edit people's portfolios. So it's not just editing an image, you're editing a whole bunch of images and creating a portfolio for them, something like that. It's in the same family as far as editing images, but it's not available on Fiverr. It's available exclusively on my website. And you already see I have the experience, you already see I have the reviews, you're getting new clients, new customers, and in fact, the new customers that you get on your website, you can even, God, I mean, sky's the limit. You can have an email list for, because these are customers that are purchasing from your website. You have the power. You can contact them directly. You can ask them to join your email list. You tell them, like, guys, I have this new service. You already have that client pool that you're building, you know. So it's really a matter of starting out with Fiverr to just kind of build up that clientele, build up those reviews, and have it leave, migrate away from Fiverr and do your own thing. Okay. And you can totally do it, guys. You can totally do it. I promise you, it's feasible. You just have to be willing to let people know that you have these services that to provide, if they can please spread the word. So have, leverage those friends and family and coworkers that you have to your advantage. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I can add. If I think of anything else, I'll have another video. I actually didn't mean for this one to be so long, but sometimes things come to mind and I'm just like going with the flow. For those of you who are with Fiverr and you haven't started gigging yet, you can, any kind of gig, I think, like anything you can think of, maybe not anything, but most things you can provide on Fiverr to start. When I started my Instagram for business posts on Fiverr, I actually didn't think it was a in-demand service, and thankfully it actually turned out to be in demand. So you just never know. And again, because I took that extra step of letting my friends, family, and networks know, I did start getting those clients. So you never know. Start out with something. If it doesn't work out, try a new gig. But guys, honestly, I think if you are currently gigging on Fiverr and you are not satisfied with the service, not satisfied with the payments, not satisfied with the you're not getting any, or like you're not getting enough in return. If you're like kind of fed up, which I have gotten to that point, hold out until you get at least 5 reviews and then migrate over. You can totally do it. Actually, let me know how you feel about this tactic, if you've tried it, if you have any additional tips for people looking to change or dancing from Fiverr over to their website. And I've tried before for freelancing. I am focusing on Fiverr in this one, but I have tried others as well. So I mean, I don't believe that you'll ball when it comes to your services, especially if you provide high quality services. So for sure, I think you should get 100% of the money that you want and request. I mean, you can totally do it. So anyway, guys, if you like this video, please feel free to share it with your coworkers, your networks. Again, let me know in the comments how you feel. And if you found success with Fiverr, maybe you could share tips, etc. And of course, feel free to subscribe if you'd like to receive more awesome tips for business, for freelancing, for blogging. Feel free to hang out and check out all of the other videos that I have available. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and for hanging in there, especially with. And I look forward to providing more tutorials in the months to come. Oh my God, we're gonna get to September here in the East Coast. So happy September, everybody, and I look forward to all of the beautiful things that we have to do in this world. Anyway, guys, thank you. Have a great night.